How would you like to do your part these days in killing COVID-19? We're joined with Sandy Posa and Melissa Lush, co-founders of Force of Nature, and welcome to the Language of Business. Melissa, you are co-founder and chief marketing officer. How do you kill COVID-19? I'm sure a lot of people would want to be part of that immediately.
Well, it's maybe a little bit hard to believe, but we make a little appliance that changes salt, water, and vinegar into a disinfectant as effective as bleach, so it kills 99.9% of germs, as well as the novel coronavirus, and it's completely non-toxic. So you make it on your own countertop. You don't have to worry about going into a store and seeing bare shelves with no disinfectant and sanitizer. You can make it as you need it. It replaces all of your other cleaners.
How safe is your Force of Nature product?
Okay, get this. You can spray it on a baby's pacifier and then put it back in the baby's mouth. That's how safe it is.
No questions asked.
Yeah.
And what would the FDA say about that?
Well, we fall under the EPA, which is a different regulatory body. But, it's no rinse. There are no toxic chemicals in it, so you don't have to rinse it.
So you've both been working on this for a while. How does it work compared with the existing products that have been out there for years?
It's really interesting. The existing products out there have a lot of ingredients in them that signal that the product's working. So for example, maybe it's dyed a color, it looks blue or pink or lavender, and that's really just a perception driver. They also have ingredients like surfactants that create suds that give you the perception that a cleaner is working, or things like fragrance. Fragrance is a huge signal that a cleaning product is working, but at the end of the day, none of these things are really doing anything from an efficacy standpoint. And you look at the shelf, the cleaning shelf in a store, and it's tons of different products for different types of cleaning jobs and different cleaning surfaces. So the beautiful thing about Force of Nature is that you only need this one product, and it will work on glass, on rugs, disinfects all your bathroom surfaces, etc. So we've done third-party independent lab testing, and our product is as effective as the top cleaning brands, except it has no toxic chemicals. So that's another sort of paradigm we're breaking.
Why then do you need the appliance as opposed to the other products that you basically point and spray?
That's an excellent question. We get that a lot. The reason is, well, let me just tell you what the appliance is doing, because I think that will help explain it. So it's actually very simple. So it uses electricity to change the chemical composition of salt, water, and vinegar into two new ingredients. So one ingredient, it's a very common detergent. It's called sodium hydroxide, and it's used in products from toothpaste to skin moisturizers to cleaning products, all at different concentrations. The second ingredient, which is really sort of the hero ingredient, the most important one, it's called hypochlorous acid. And hypochlorous acid is a disinfectant. It's actually the same disinfectant that your immune system produces to fight infection in your body. And it's used in lots of different industrial applications like wound healing products, eye care, veterinary care. So it's a really very effective and safe disinfectant. Now, here's the thing, getting back to your question, hypochlorous acid starts to dissipate after a couple of weeks. It gases off. If you think of like bubbles in a soda, same thing. So that's the reason you don't see it in bottled products sitting on a store shelf, because by the time it goes to the distribution system, it will have lost its disinfecting and sanitizing efficacy. So that's why you have to make it fresh at home in an appliance.
But you can use regular water. You don't need salt water from, say, the ocean.
Correct. Yep. You fill it up with regular tap water. The appliance is the size of, think of like a little wine bottle sitting on your countertop. So you fill it up with tap water, and then you squeeze in a little capsule, and inside the capsule, it's salt, water, and vinegar. You hit the button, and then the chemistry starts to change.
Sandy, you are co-founder and also CEO. How are you distributing this product these days?
So today we distribute in only two places, one on our own site at forceofnatureclean.com, and secondly on Amazon. Those are the only two places we sell today.
And which has been more effective so far, especially during the pandemic?
We actually sell about 90% of the revenue on our own site and only about 10% on Amazon.
So why use Amazon then?
Well, because of the nature of how people find our product and then learn about the very unique benefits and characteristics of it. So they'll search online, they'll do a lot of research, and one of the places they go to is Amazon. Amazon tends to be one of those locations that people go to make sure that the product is real if they don't really know about it. So it serves a great purpose to do that. Then they go back to our site and order.
Sandy, what is your price point compared with the competition?
We decided to price the product, and by the product I mean both buying the device itself and then the ongoing capsules, at a price discount to everyone on the market. We don't believe that green products or more healthy products should be priced higher than their conventional counterparts. So, for example, if you use a bottle a week, which is a pretty good metric for our current consumers, you'll within 2 years you'll be saving anywhere from 50 to 80% versus conventional or green products that you're buying today at the grocery store.
What is it like having Amazon as a partner these days?
Well, they are. It's a mixed bag, I would tell you. For the reasons I just said, they're very important. However, during this pandemic environment, they have gone through some changes in how they operate, and there's a lot of phony products on their site. And as a consequence of that, in the last few weeks, they have taken most disinfectants off and made us reprove that we're real. And so today we're not on the site, which is not good for us.
What do you think the advantage that Force of Nature has, being, if you will, a second mover? You're not Clorox, you didn't come in at the beginning, but yet, to Melissa's point, you're really adding a lot of value.
The real advantage is our business model is completely different than the big, large chemical companies that sell mainly through grocery stores. And that advantage comes in the nature of our product and the non-toxic nature of it. So our benefit is all around a healthy perception and at homes. So we're all about making homes more safe and healthy, which our competitors, because of the nature of the ingredients that they have in their products, can't do.
Melissa, moving forward, do you anticipate different types of products using the same technology?
Yeah, this has a lot of applications. If you think about all of the different issues that bacteria causes, or bacteria or fungus is another one. These are the root of all sorts of different issues in our lives. So even if you start with bacteria, for example, it causes skin problems in adults, in babies. There are diaper rashes, acne, all sorts of different things. So if you just start from the premise of how useful is something that can kill bacteria, practically every inch of beings in your home and surfaces in your home are impacted. So you can define this technology in a very, very broad way and think of lots of different applications for it. I mean, for us near term, we're working on things like different sized units. So right now, I mentioned it's the size of a wine bottle, which is perfect for your regular household. Although we have had a lot of people ask for larger sizes. They're going through so much, particularly right now, that they really want a larger size. So we're looking at things like different sizes, different things that you can use with it, et cetera. So the technology really presents us with a lot of interesting angles we could go into.
Sandy, as CEO of the company, what keeps you up at night about Force of Nature's future?
Well, I think that the world has changed in such a dramatic way, and it's very clear that behaviors around cleaning and disinfecting are never going to be the same. And and for us, that's an advantage. Today, I think the thing that makes me both excited and nervous at the same time is the fact that we have to make such dramatic changes to keep up with the growth. So that means bigger and better partners. It means more capital to grow the business. So we have an advantage because we're one of the few, if only, product of our kind on the market today. But we have to grow really fast right now because of the nature of what the world is. And I think we should be attempting to do it on a global basis, actually. So to take a small company and try to become a global player quickly requires more capital, a broader management team. And if we don't do that, someone's going to beat us to market.
Sandy Posa, CEO and co-founder, Melissa Lush, co-founder and chief marketing officer, both with Force of Nature. Thank you very much for joining us today on the show.